Hi guys, so I'm back with step 2 with the Reupholstery project. This is a chair I'm working with. There are actually two of them. Now I picked up 8 yards of this fabric. It was $9.95 to be exact, and it is 58 inches wide. I have no idea how much fabric I'm going to need, so I made sure to buy what I think would be more than enough. Now I separated the pieces using that seam ripper. I also label them so I can remember where what goes. And like I mentioned in video 1, is to just take pictures because you will refer back to them. Now I'm cutting for both chairs at the same time, so I'm doubling the fabric. This is the back piece. This has a seam in the back, but I'm not going to cut two pieces. I'm going to cut it as one piece. Why? I have a dining chair that is similar to the one I'm reupholstering, and it doesn't have a seam in the back. I think they did that for style. So what I did was I made sure I smoothed the fabric out and pinned it onto the piece out and pinned it onto the fabric that I'm cutting. You just got to make sure you're smoothing each time you pin. You want to make sure you get the right size. Now when you start cutting, give yourself some seam allowance. Don't cut it exactly to what this piece is. I wish I'd given myself a little more than what looks like half an inch there. It did work out, however. So this is the two pieces that I cut, but I want you to pay close attention, guys. I'm showing you this because it's important that you take into account whatever design or in the fabric. Now this is embossed and it's vertical, so I'm going to be making sure all my pieces are cut on the vertical and that they will match when I put them to the two chairs next to each other. So I'm just going through now and cutting the other pieces. You just have to be patient, guys. I know it's not a it's a lot of work. It definitely is, but I'm just, chanting into myself. I'm saving me $1,900. I'm saving me $1,900 because so far I spent $80 on the fabric, $10 on the tools. So I'm ahead of the game so far. Now I had almost 2.5 yards left over. So now I'm thinking I am way ahead of the game. These are my pieces laid out. I'm just laying them out. I also label them too on the back, just to make sure I have all my pieces together. Now you can use a tracing kit to trace the sewing lines just to make sure you get things really perfect. I am only going to be using this for the first chair. I don't think I'll go through this a second time. It was very time consuming, but if you are new at this, I would advise you to do it. This really helps. So the tracing kit comes with the wheel and the fabric, and you just lay it between the fabric. Make sure you're tracing on the back of the new fabric, and you just run it along the sewing, the seam for the sewing, so you can see exactly where you are going to sew for the areas you need to sew. It comes my kit came with 3 colors: yellow, blue, and white. Depending on the color of your fabric, you'll choose what works for you. I'm just labeling the final pieces. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.